Hi guys, I'm so excited today about this project. I'm going to change it up a little bit, guys. Today I'm going to bring you a DIY earring and ring organizer book. Here's the outside of it. And I just love the way it turned out, guys. And here's the inside. And I think it's lovely. It came out awesome, guys. You can put your longer earrings, your bigger earrings on this side here where I made it where you can be able to stretch out the longer ones, and then the shorter ones over here. Then here is a ring there where you can put your rings there. I love it, and it's just perfect for me on the go or when I travel or go on vacation or anything. So you can fit about 9 pairs of earrings on this side, and you can probably fit 9 as well on this side. And then your rings, and I think you could fit about 10 or even more if you can get it on there. And this one here, I put a button to lock it in and then to open it out. So it opens out with a button, then you put your rings in there, and then you lock it in after you finish. So it turned out beautiful. I love it, guys. Close it up and then you lock it in. And there it is. It's a good size. It's like a perfect size to fit into your handbag or into your suitcase or wherever you want to put it. So that's what I like about it. And it carry a good amount of earrings and rings. So, and there it is. Beautiful, guys. I love the way this turned out. And okay, guys, let's go ahead and get into our tutorial on how to make this beautiful DIY earring and ring organizer book. You're going to need a piece of poster board. I purchased mine from Dollar Tree, and the size of this 11-inch by 7.5 inch, okay? And then you're going to be scoring it in the middle at 5-inch, 6-inch. Score it at 5 and 6, and score all the way down and all the way down. And then you're going to leave that like that. Then you're going to need to cut out the fabric, whatever fabric you want to use, your preference, your choice. You're going to need a fabric, and you're going to need it a little bit bigger than the base, basically. We're going to use spray adhesive, and we're going to spray this material right here. And then we're going to lay this on top of here. Okay? Lay this just like that. And then we go to the next step after that. And you should have the fabric sprayed. Everything should be sprayed in place. Go ahead and use your fabric fusion. I purchased this from Joann's. And then glue this to the base. The fabric to the base. Just going to do the corners then first. Fold that up. Glue. Excuse the shaking, guys, of the camera. I apologize. So you get that. Then you're going to do that corner, the top, and then the same thing at the side as well. It should look like this. You should have all the 4 corners fabric glued down to the base. Let's go ahead and press down firmly in that score line. Next step is we're gonna need some felts. We're gonna need some felts, okay? Not just the regular felts. There's 2 different kind of felts, okay? They have this one here, and this is more, of course, I would say feel like more of a material, soft and flexible, I would say. We don't want that one. We want the stiff one. This brand here, and I purchased this from Joann's. We want the one that is stiff, okay? That's what we're going to be working with, the stiff ones. So you're going to need that. This is a regular one right here, and this one is a sticky one. This one has a adhesive in the back of it. So we're going to need one of those. And then we're going to need 2 regulars, stiff one, and then we're going to need one that has adhesive in the back of it. And then the one with the adhesive at the back of it, we are going to be laying it out on top of our base. That size measures 10.5 inch by 7 inch, okay? What we're gonna do is take that off. All we're gonna do is lay this right in the center. You don't have to get this perfect, guys. Just try to lay it in the center as much as you can. What I did was just kind of seal it secure, more tighter. I put more fabric fusion at the ends of these ones, just so it won't be coming out, because it's sticky, but I feel like it's not as strong, and I just wanted to make sure this stays secure. So I just add just a tad bit right here. Lock that in. There's just the 4 corners, nowhere else. It's fine. Once you're finished with that, guys, just go ahead and fold it at the scoring line again to make sure we put a little crease in there so we can know where our scoring line is at. Just to highlight that scoring line, okay? So just fold it again, press down firmly. So once you finish, it should now look like that. So let's go ahead to our next base. I would say the earring holder base, where we're gonna store our earrings and ring. So that's the last one we're gonna be putting on here. Okay, but we're not gonna put it down right now because we need to add some things to it before we do that. So put your base, the organizer, aside for a second. And now we're gonna work on this. Go ahead and, this helped me. Let's go ahead and center it as much as we can, center. And did I give you measurements for this? I don't think I did give you the measurements for this. So this is going to be the earring base holder, and I measured 10 3/8 of an inch by 7 inch. And then we're gonna lay that right there because we wanna be able to score this. We can have a score line, that way we can be able to, it's kind of like a guideline to help us how we need to stay away from those 2 inner corners. But let's go ahead, just lay your earring holder base right here, right in the center of it. Make sure it matches up. These 2 should match it up because these 2 are 7 inch, and then you should have a little extra piece of hanging at the end here. Just try to center it as much as you can, guys, okay? And then what you're gonna do is just fold that again, like you did. All we're just doing is trying to get that scoring line. You wanna make sure we get a scoring line through every one of these base here. Every one of these layers, we wanna make sure we get the scoring line so we can see the scoring line, because it's kind of like a guideline to help us not to go over that line at all, because that's where we wanna stop it at. So now, let's put that aside, and now I can see the score line, so now I can actually work with that. And there it is. So that'll work right there, and right there, and then we have the other score line. Then we're gonna make sure it's straight, guys. Make sure the score line is straight, because you want it to be like that. See, now I can see it better. And if you guys want to, you can you can use this disappearing ink pen. I purchased it from Walmart, and it helps a lot to, if you want to mark the spot that you have score it at, go ahead and mark that to help you, because this disappears after a couple of hours. It disappears, guys. It's not going to stay there, and that helps so much. So see that? And that's where you want to stay. You don't want to go in there. You want to stay out of that line, because that's where it's going to be folding to close. Okay, let's go ahead and make our little cubes to hang our earrings on, and the big one as well. We're gonna need about 9 pieces of these little felts. We're still using the stiff felts now, guys. Okay, you're gonna cut 9 pieces of that. These ones measure 1 inch by 1 inch. You're gonna be cutting that out. You're gonna cut 9 pieces of that out, and then we're gonna put it right. This is how we're gonna be laying it. Just gonna eyeball it, guys. You know, it doesn't really have to be perfect. You just want to space out enough. We have room for your earrings to hang. Basically showing a little layout of it. Now you're gonna need 3 of these ones, and this is gonna be another earring holder. It's gonna measure 3.5 inch by 1 inch. Okay, and you're gonna need 3 of those. These are the ones that we're gonna be laying up here, like that. And then we're gonna do our ring holder, and this one's gonna cut the one that have the adhesive at the back of it. You're gonna use that one. It's gonna be the ring holder, and it measures 1.5 inch by 3.5 inch, guys. And we're gonna be laying put bottom of here, but of course we have to fold it up in order for us to get that little roundness to it. So let's go ahead and do this side first here, and then we come back to this side over here. Now you have all your little square pieces, so we can hang our earring on. So what we're gonna need to do is we're gonna need to put some holes in here, okay? Because that's what I have for this one. I put holes in here. I use my crocodile tool to be able to do that. This one here, and see how far this is from that hole there, because that helps sometimes. 3/4 of an inch. this is 3/4 of an inch right here, and then you're gonna put your holes. Hole right there. And if it helps, I put one hole there, and then I fold this. I fold this in half, like so. Fold it in half, and then I just take my Crop-A-Dile and then use that as a guideline to put the hole in there. Press down on there really good. And then there it is. I'm gonna cut this little piece off. So let's go ahead and cut that off. And there you have it, 2 holes. And that's what you're gonna do for the rest of them, guys, and that helps so much. And then we're gonna lay that on there. So go ahead and make your holes for the rest of that. If it helps, use this one as a guideline. Just go ahead and copy the holes in these and just mark it right there and mark it right there, if that helps, guys. And then you have your holes in it. Okay, guys, now you should have all of them punched with your hole, okay? And then just lay it down, guys, on the base of the earring holder, okay? Just lay it in place. Don't have to be nowhere. There's no measurements here. Just lay it, just eyeball it, and just lay it as much as you can. Separate a little bit from each other. I don't know if that helps. Let me show you. You guys can see it. Just lay it like that, guys. Yeah, what we're gonna do is we're gonna be sewing these onto the felts, okay? We're gonna lock that down in there. And what helped me was I put tape here and just lay these and just tape it down there. Tape each and every one of them down. Now, once you finish taping it down, all you're gonna do is sew top of there. Sew that one. So each and every one of them, each and every individual one, you're gonna sew onto there. Okay, guys? Okay, guys. Now it should now look like this. You go ahead and take off the tape off of there. Now it should look like this. You should have it all sewn in there, and it should be like that, sticking up like that. And let's go ahead and do the same thing for the other side. And we're gonna use these ones here, this size here. And we're gonna lay these on top of here, like that. But first we're gonna put some holes inside of it. And how many holes did I put on this? I put, so three earrings can fit on this big piece right here. So we're gonna need 6 holes in there, okay? It's gonna look, this is where you're gonna be putting the holes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These holes that we put in here for the smaller ones, I would say it's about 3/4 separate from each other, if that helps. So now we're gonna put your holes right there. Just mark it and then put your holes right there. See, and it's like that. So we can just cut out these little tiny piece of felt that's hanging. Once you get your first one down, you'll be fine. Just go ahead and duplicate the same thing. Just lay that on top of the other one. And then you can put your, just mark those holes for the other one. So that helps a lot. Like a guideline for you. And then you do the same thing for this one. And then you put your holes in that one. And then you're going to put your holes in this one as well. Just do the same thing for all 3 of them. So now you should have all 3 of them. Okay. With holes inside of it. Okay, let's put that aside. Let's go ahead and get our ring holder so we can be able to place that properly in there too, okay? So what you're going to need is the sticky one. You're going to take that back piece off of there. And then we're going to be folding this twice, okay? Fold it one time like this. Okay? And then you're going to fold the other end over on top of that. And that's going to be your ring holder. I'll be putting that right at the bottom here. And that's the only reason why I want to make it, because I want to be able to put it in place. I can be able to lay everything down. So let's go ahead and lay our other earring holders in place. Guys, all you got to do is center this out. And all you need is like one right here, one right here, one right here, and the ring holder right here, okay? For those that needs precise details and measurements, I'll try my very best to give it to you. 2 inch away from each other. And then we're gonna put center it where you want it to be, at top there. And then we're gonna bring the other one to 2 inch down here. Let's see if that helps. And then we bring it down to another 2 inch down here. And then we can always place our ring holder right there. So just go ahead and use that guideline right there, guys, for that one. And make sure it's centered. Make sure all of them are centered. And that's what we're going to be doing. So let's go ahead and same process that we did for the other ones. We're just going to put our tape down. What we're going to do, we're going to sew the top of these right here, just the top part and the top right here, nowhere else. And for the ring holder, we're just going to sew this corner right here. Hold that in place just a little bit. And then we're going to put our buttons over here. But just go ahead and sew all the way to the top for these ones here, guys. It's the top part, sewn all 3 of these. And then the ring holder should be sewn just in this corner here. Now for the ring holder, guys, just go ahead and put some fabric glue, because this glue is okay, but it's not as strong. So I forgot to mention that. Just add some more glue to this one here, the bottom one, because it's not that strong. So just to keep that together. And just let that dry. Just go ahead and move on to the next step. So we're gonna take this take your tape off of there. Next step, and we're almost done, guys, is we're gonna make the closure, which is the strap closure for it. That's our next step. And then we're gonna glue this in place and then add our buttons. We're gonna be finished. So with this, before we even glue this down or anything, we are going to make our strap closure first, okay? So you're gonna need a piece of fabric, same fabric that you use for the base, the cover. And then we're gonna need another poster board paper that measure 4.5 by 1 inch, okay? You're gonna have a felts that measure 4.5 by 1 inch, and then you're gonna have a poster board that measure 4.5 by 1 inch. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna do the same thing, same steps that we did for the base here, for this cover. We're gonna put some spray adhesive spray on here, on the material, and then we're gonna lay that down here, and then we're gonna close that up. Of course, set it the way we did the same thing, same steps here we're gonna do for this. If you want, you put some curved at the corners, or you can just leave it square, guys. But I'm gonna curve it, and it doesn't have to be nothing perfect, guys. Just have some scissors and just curve the corners, and then you do the same thing for this. All you gotta do is lay this on top of here and just curve that as well. Then you have these two like that, okay? And there we have it right there, guys. So once you're finished with that, guys, that's where we take our felts and lay it on top of there like that. What I'm going to do is just glue just the center of this right here. Not the whole thing, just the center, just to make that stick on there so when we sew it on. And for those that does not want to sew, you can glue this on there, guys. You don't have to use a sewing machine. For this project here, you can actually glue everything in place. Just instead of sewing these layers, you can glue the top of it on there and just leave it like that. This glue is pretty awesome. It's very strong. It works on majority of the materials that I've used so far, and I use different kind of materials, thick ones, thin ones. The felts, it works awesome on that too. So this is good stuff to have, guys. So just glue these things down in place. Just replace the parts that you're going to sew. Just replace those and then glue it down on that. Try that. Try doing that. And I think that would work beautiful. So just lay that on top of there. And then you're going to sew all the way around just to lock that in. Okay, guys? Sew it around. And then we go to our next step. Okay, guys. Now it should look like this. You should have sewn it all the way around. Okay? And like I said, for those that don't have a sewing machine, you can glue this down with your fabric glue. And for closure, if you don't have the button plier tool, you can always Velcro these, guys. Use Velcro. So just helping those that cannot sew. want to be able to have the advantage of doing this DIY without having to sew. You don't have to sew it, but I just recommend sewing, especially if you're going to be using the button tools. If you're going to use the button, you definitely need to sew it because you're going to be pulling and tugging. So you're going to need something to be a little more secure, firmly in there than the glue, if you're going to glue it down without sewing it. So, but for those that don't want to sew and just glue it down, just go ahead and use Velcro instead of the buttons. All right, guys, let's go ahead and move to the next step. So we finished with the, let's go ahead and get our base, and we're going to be placing the strap closure in place. So we're going to eyeball this, guys. There's no perfect position. Let me see where I put this one here. Does help a lot. Let me check this out. Let me measure it where I have this one here. So I have this about 2 inches. 2 inches out, 2 inches there, guys. So measure it out here and then lay it right here, 2 inches. Just center it. Find the center and place it right there. Like I said, it don't have to be perfect. Just make sure you leave enough room where you can close it and it don't be all tight or anything. But this is fine right here. And just find a center, guys, and then you can go ahead and mark it. That way you can lay it there. Let's go ahead and mark it. I'm gonna mark it right here. And that's what I want to do. And so what I want to do is, if this helped, guys, you can always add some glue just right here, just in the center, just so it can be able to stay, so it won't be moving around everywhere on you. So just go ahead and put some glue there and then center that right there. So once you finish putting in place, guys, all you're gonna do is just sew that on top of here. What I did was sew a square piece just to put that in place. What in place was all I did was put a square. See how this lifts up right here? I didn't sew all the way down. I just sewed like a square piece right here. That's what you're gonna do for that. Just sew a square one right there. If you want, you can sew all the way here to the end, all the way there, and then sew that on there, and then we go to next. Then we add our buttons to it after we finish. Square piece in there, okay? We are going to put our buttons basically on there to lock that in. So let's go ahead and get our button tool. Follow the instructions, guys, in the manual. Purchase this from Walmart, and you can get it also from Hobby Lobby and Joann's. They come in different sizes and shapes, okay? Okay, guys, and you're just gonna measure, just go in front of it and just kind of eyeball it, and just have enough room where you can be able to, the earrings and everything can fit in there, guys. Leave enough room there like that. And then you're gonna just press down on that just to give it a little mark so you can know where you want to put it. I'm gonna put mine right there. And then just mark it, guys. And there you have it right there. Okay, guys, now we're gonna be adding our buttons at the end of this as well. Once again, you can Velcro this in there too, guys, instead of the button. So let's go ahead and put our buttons in there. And there you have it. There. And then we're set with that. So now let's go ahead and move on to our next, which is our last step. Now we're going to be centering this, guys, on here. Make sure you fold it up so you can make sure it's lining up with the score line, like both score lines are lining up. Okay. Should be centered really nice, guys, like that. What we're going to do next is we are going to sew around it, okay? Let me show you this one here. Right here, we are going to be sewing, I don't know if you can see, guys. We're going to sew all the way around inside of there. Okay? So just to secure it, you probably don't have to do that. You can just glue this whole thing down, but I'm just going to sew in the middle. And that's what I did for this, just to secure it, guys, inside of the line, okay? Don't go outside of the line, just inside of the line, a square one inside of the line, guys. And then we come back and glue the rest of it down, and then we should be finished. This is where we're at Now they've been sewn all the way around, guys, like a square. If you guys can see it. Kind of hard to see with this white. But yeah, it's a square inside of the lines. Like if it helps, guys, if you want that straight line inside of the line, just add another line inside. Shape it out and then just go ahead and sew over that. And then that's it. And then the last steps we're gonna do is all we're gonna do is just glue this down on here. Just right here, this side, and then we're gonna glue this side down as well. And then get your fabric glue and just go ahead and glue everywhere. Get the corners, make sure you get the corners good. The next side, you're gonna do the same thing. Repeat the same steps and glue this down. Press firmly down there, and we are done. Firmly, and just try to pull it up. Bend it, guys, while you're gluing it down, guys, just to put it in place. Add some creases to that. Make sure you pull those scoring lines out so we can see it more. That way it can be easier to close. You should have your own DIY earring and ring organizer book. And we're finished, guys. And there it is. Let's open it up. And there it is. You can add your accessories on there, guys. Awesome. That's it for our tutorial, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this tutorial, guys. Please don't forget to share, like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. You guys will definitely see me in my next video. All right? Bye, my YouTubers.